Lights, cameras, action, go! Hey Olive, what? It's tea time. Everybody tuning in like it's prime time. Let's listen, conversation, engage, participation about issues, dates, and events. I guarantee you this is time well spent. Success, business, relationships, discussion over tea. Go ahead and take a sip. All around the world, it's tea time with Olive. Let's have a good time. Just watch, listen. Tea time with Olive is what you've been missing. All around the world, it's tea time with Olive. Let's have a good time. Just watch, listen. Tea time with Olive is what you've been missing. Tea time with Olive. 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 Tea time with Olive.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Olive. I'm here with Idris Argandiwal. Welcome Idris to the show. And you guys, thank you. Here we are live again. And sometimes I just throw something that happened to me today week, right? So I'm going to throw something. This morning at 6 o'clock, I got a inbox on my Facebook on the messenger. Hi. I looked and I said, okay, hi back. And then suddenly I got a message saying, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? He sends a message. He goes, I'm a public page, right? So he goes, can you accept me, please? So I go through his page, and I looked at his page, and he looked legit. So I accepted him. So he starts chatting back and forth, back and forth. Finally, he asked me if I have passport. And I said, of course. Then he goes, you know what? I'm totally in love with you. I want to marry you. I said, whoa. It's only been an hour and the guy wants to marry me already. So I went through his page and I just used my assumption. I said, you know what? This is it's not a real page. It's a fake page. So my thing was, the reason I wanted to share this was because when somebody sends you a message, don't just accept them. Don't just accept them. Do your research. If you don't have friends in common, if you're, if you feel like, there's no need for this person to be on your page, don't let them in. Because actually there's a lot of girls that they put guys' picture, and there's a lot of guys out there that actually put girls' pictures. So you really don't know who's who and what their agenda is. And that's one of the reasons that we want to talk about Journey. So I'm here with Idris, and welcome Idris. So go ahead and tell our audience about yourself.
Yeah, right on. So first of all, thank you for having me.
Sure.
I watch a lot of your episodes.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. So thank you. I'm in the social media realm. So I'm an Afghan American. I was born in the Bay Area. I went to school at UC Davis, and I graduated with an MBA from Babson College.
Oh, wow.
And I took a lot of what I've learned and kind of my experiences with my father and my mother being very business oriented.
Right.
And I started a business in the technology realm. We're in the Silicon Valley, the Bay Area.
Right.
And it's just, what a time to be alive. A lot of amazing things are happening technology-wise.
Absolutely.
And I leveraged all of that kind of happening and that experience I've had in the Bay Area with the shift. I mean, I remember being in high school and having a black and white Nokia phone.
Right.
And then there was just an immediate shift to like iPhones and this boom of technology. So
the industry is changing.
Oh, yeah.
I tell my audience, Uber took over taxi, Netflix took over cable, and look, we have iPhones, and we go live.
Yeah,
we go live. We could go live actually.
Yeah, and actually to touch on your Uber point, what's really interesting is that we're in the business of automation, right? So Uber is the biggest taxi company in the world, but they don't own a single taxi at all. You know? Airbnb is the biggest hotel provider in the world, and they don't own hotels. So we're automating a lot of processes, and that's what we wanted to do at Journey. So Journey is a video journaling platform focused on emotions and experiences. We wanted to get back into the tradition of speaking face to face and being authentic. A lot of times what we see on social media is often a reflection of like who we want to be as people, but not necessarily who we are right now. That's kind of the huge gap that I've noticed. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and a lot of these other platforms as well. And, you know, I noticed that a lot of this content is very surface level, inauthentic. It's just not real. So we created a video only platform, and even our comments are video format. So, you know, on Instagram, you'll sometimes post a picture and you'll get like 150 comments. It's hard to gauge the gist of the conversation.
But, and sometimes it has no, really, I mean, thank you guys. I don't want to lose my fans. Thank you for liking them. But sometimes, you know, when the comment part, if you have that option of knowing who's liking it or who's writing a comment, I think why not? Just like we talked about it, you know, the industry is changing. If there's an upgrade to something, I mean, so far, I mean, social media is doing really good for me. It really depends how you're using it. I mean, there are some people that are using it for negative, but, you know, I really use it for business, and it's working for me. But if Journey could do better for my business or any business owners out there, probably would be the next thing.
Absolutely. And kind of just a little bit more on Journey. We launched beginning mid-February. We accumulated several thousand users. We're doing really well. We grow organically every day, which means that people enjoy what we're doing. And we recently locked in a sizable investment from Start Smart Labs, whose founder is the ex-CTO of Yahoo. We've also have incredible advisors in Journey, some of which are, you know, the likes of the ex-CIO of eBay and things of that sort. So a lot of incredible people. And we all...
Those are some big names.
Thank you. Yeah. So we all see the potential in kind of going back to the grassroots, telling real stories. So I don't want to take away from any of the existing social media platforms. I think they're all amazing, and they do a great job for whatever it is that you want, right? But one thing that we want to do is make the little man have a voice, you know? We've reached out to people like Make-A-Wish Foundation, organizations like BORP, which is a recreational disabilities facility, and we're trying to get real life stories to be heard. We recently sent several iPods to Afghanistan so that young girls can learn how to code and can use Journey to journal their experiences. So
well, you know, when you came to one of our meetings, I share a lot of pictures. I'm sure you guys remember. America is one of the group that I actually work with, Attar Gandiwal, which is Idris's dad. And you know, Idris came and showed us. You know, he showed us how Journey works and what is it about. And that little, in that 10 or 15 minutes that you give us the story of Journey, it totally got all of our attention. We were all interested to know more about it. So for more people to see and understand that the benefit of using Journey, it's not only powerful, but it probably help a lot of business owners as far as marketing. And it is free networking.
It's just free for download. And some success stories that we've had are, you know, small businesses have been using it for things. We're very topical. So, you know, your profile is organized in a very topical manner. You know, when you come to my Instagram feed right now, it's just a crap ton of content that it's hard to filter through and so on. But on Journey, you know, if you want to watch my food journals, you can click on the food topic and binge on all of Idris's food stuff. The higher goal, like for us in the next, you know, 6 months to a year and forward, is to become the Netflix of real life experiences, to be able to say that like Journey is the place where, you know, reality TV is actually real. You know? So it's
that is
interesting.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So basically, let's say I always say that a lot of my fans know that and my friends know that. Sometime when I'm about to learn something, I always say, you know what? Treat me like I'm a 4-year-old. So like a 4-year-old, because all 4-year-olds know how to use a smartphone. So let's say I download Journey app. So when I download it, just like Facebook, you know, you're just going to ask for general information, my name, probably my phone number, probably use a picture, or no?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty straightforward. You know, when you download the app from the App Store, you just search JURNI. And if you can't get to the App Store, you can just go to www.jurni.me. And after you download it, you just log in with your Facebook or Twitter if you have an account. Or you sign up.
So it's linked.
It's linked, and you can sign up if you don't want to use your Facebook or Twitter. And all we ask for is a username, an email, and a password, and you're in. So
you're in.
Pretty straightforward.
Okay, so now that you want to post something, you know, so it's a video. You do a video, like you go live, you do a video.
Right.
Is that live too, or?
Right. So the one thing that I've noticed is that with mobile social media type platforms, the market for live video is definitely kind of heading towards the area of not really existing much anymore.
Right.
So a great example is Periscope. You
Right.
know, Periscope is a live video app.
Right.
But they recently just allowed your entire roll of live video to be saved onto your feed.
Right.
So people are noticing that time is the essence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So convenience and being able to, watch things on your own time and schedule is
Mm-hmm.
important. So we kind of stay traditional in a sense that we still want to be able to have people come and view things like it's a video album, right?
Right.
So it's not fading, it's not disappearing, it's not there for the moment.
Right.
Facebook does a great job of live video, but
Right.
that's why we don't want to step on toes.
Right,
It's more
right.
so just kind of a place where you can capture the moments that matter. And
Okay.
if I were to go through the experience, it's pretty straightforward. Like you
Right,
said, you
right.
record a 45-second video,
Right.
and you can have multiple clips in one 45-second
Right,
clip.
right.
And then you associate an emotion,
Right.
and you associate a topic, similar
Right,
to
right.
how you kind of bucket your photos in
Right.
Pinterest and so
Absolutely.
on. And you post.
And
It's
you
there.
just post.
Right.
And now, as far as accepting people
Right.
on your page,
Right.
is it the same? Is that it's the same as social media?
So we're a little bit different in that we have a different kind of follow model, and we're only following topics.
Right.
So if I don't like your family life, but I love the food journals that you do,
Yeah,
I can
the food I eat, the
Right.
places I go. Okay.
I can subscribe to those topics only, and then I only see that in my feed. So it's just an easier way for the users to be able to consume the content that they want based on how they feel when they want.
Okay.
So,
So let's say do I send a friend request? Is that how
actually,
it works?
it's you follow the topics, and so
Okay.
there's no like private public accounts, but there's private public videos. So if your family journals you want to keep to yourself, you can keep those journals private.
Okay.
But it's kind of everything else is more so discoverable.
So when the
Yeah.
person joins my page, I have the choice of letting them know what to see or what not to
Right,
see.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook kind of has the same thing too.
Right.
This was funny. This was a few months ago. I asked a friend of mine. I said, "How come I don't see my stuff on your page, but your stuff is on my
Right.
page?" You know. He kind of looked through his page and goes, "Well, I don't know. Look, my phone is right there." And me ding dong, not knowing. I'm like, "Oh,
Right.
maybe something's wrong with my phone." But then just few days ago, recently, I just found out, oh, the little button there, you have a
Yeah,
control
yeah.
that who could see it.
Who could
So,
see it,
you know,
right,
so
right.
it's the same thing for your profiles that who could see, who could not, basically.
Right. And the great thing about us is that we're completely, on a different type of friend follow model. And it's hard to describe. I think the best way to say it is just get on the platform.
Right.
And you'll see, I mean, it's not necessarily following Idris or Olive. It's
Right.
following Idris's journal. So his
Oh, I
fashion
got
journals, his food journals.
you.
And
Got you.
like I said, if I don't like anything else but someone's family journals, I can just subscribe to those, and then
Okay,
I'll
got
see that
you.
in my feed.
So
Yeah.
some of my fans, and I'm
Right.
gonna be honest, some of my fans, they probably don't like. It could be religious, it could be personal, but they would probably like my shows. So they
Yeah,
could,
yeah.
if they're on my journey, they could just subscribe to my journey from videos,
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
Tea Time with Olive. They might don't care on what I wear, or I like a lot of quotes. I
Right.
write a lot of
Me
quotes.
too.
So I know, I see that. So they want to follow my codes or they want to follow my show. They
Right.
have a choice, but they don't care about places that I
Right,
go.
right.
Some people have that habit of. I'm getting better. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it as much. But some people have a habit that everywhere they go, they check and everywhere. And I mean, for some people, I guess it's okay for everybody to know where they are. But, I just recently, for me, in my case, it wasn't a safe thing to do. When you
Right.
check and where you are, there's people that going to know
Yeah,
and they might,
yeah.
whatever.
Absolutely.
But you have that, it's good with Journey. You have that choice of, what people could see, because
Right,
some of your
right.
friends, I might want some of my friends to know where I am, but I don't want everybody to know.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is that we're 100% video. So there's no photos, there's no text. It's just
really?
It's 100% video. So if I really love the video that you posted about your fashion stuff, I can leave a video comment. And that way there's a very like authentic way of communicating. We're leaving comments and we're having video discussions like we're here in real life. So that's kind of what we want to encourage, is for people to get behind, their mobile phone and make this a way for people to bring back that real communication. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking on top of my head right now. I'm thinking about, the designers. I have really good friends that could probably use this really good. So we're going to go on a quick break. We're going to go on a music clip really quick.
Cool.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to use your music clip, and then we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Chapter 1, first page. Open up the book and let your mind out the cage. May the words come to life, take you from the darkness, now you're basking in the light. Your favorite author is speaking. May you find exactly what you're seeking, whether it's knowledge, enlightenment, advice, or encouragement. Don't absorb it if it radiates discouragement. I read the books full of spiritual sentiment. My compliments to the writer. Was so engrossed in the novel, I'm inspired. The paragraphs are so eclectic. I'm so amazed by this book I selected. It's prolific, clever, creating ties to these books I'll never sever. I read books to educate my mind. I read books, won't get left behind. I read books to stimulate intellect. I know my self-worth, I have self-respect. I read books to educate my mind. I read books, won't get left behind. I read books to stimulate intellect. I know my self-worth, I have self-respect. Self-help, health, personal development, wealth, philosophy, universal laws, spirituality. Your mind draws a vivid picture of the contents. It's so ingenious, that whole segment. The illustration is realistic. This author, extremely artistic. Education, Scientology. Understand the stars when you read about astrology. It's fundamental, so instrumental. Let go of blocks, they're all mental. This is freedom, escape into the story. My catalog has many categories. My vocabulary is profound. My imagination is unbound. I read books to educate my mind. I read books, won't get left behind. I read books to stimulate intellect. I know my self-worth, I have self-respect. I read books to educate my mind. I read books, won't get left behind. I read books to stimulate intellect. I know my self-worth, I have self-respect. I become part of the book. If it resonates with me, I have to take a second look. Copy it, highlight, infuse into my life whatever I like. The library, the internet, where there's information, I'm drawn to it. Bookstores, book fairs, let me know, I bet you'll find me there. Book signings, I'm in line, I want to meet the author, will you sign mine? I'm so excited, with anticipation, I read with total concentration, fascination, my observation, it's a great book, you should take a look at this masterpiece of human thought, it's a masterpiece, feel the energy. I read books to educate my mind, I read books, won't get left.
Here we go. To all our Facebook friends, we're live. We're live on Facebook and we're live here on PTV1. Welcome back. So as we were talking about, Journey is it's a great way for business owners, for designers, for, I should say, even I have a lot of fans that they following a lot of social media live clips that I put. I mean, sometimes I get like 300-400 just like overnight, or sometimes it hits like 1,000. It depends what the topic is. So having a journey, you have that control basically. People have that control of what they want. And since it's not picture based, because a lot of people, honestly, I think they're just going crazy when it comes to they're just taking picture of everything, and they're just, everything is on Facebook, everything nonstop. And sometimes it gets annoying, to be honest. Some people, you might, let me tell you guys something. Some people, just because you have thousands of friends on Facebook, but you only get 5 likes or 10 likes, I'll tell you why. Because you post so much, your friends are annoyed. They are your friends, but they're unfollowing you. So they're not really following you. So what happens that even though you think that, they're like, oh, you know what, my friends are not liking my stuff. You got 5,000 fans, and then you only get 5 likes. So here we go, Facebook. Facebook is acting up. So the reason is because you post so much that people get annoyed by you. So even though they're your friends, but they click that button that says unfollow. So they are your friends, but they don't follow you. So they don't really see your stuff. So just limit that. But Journey is a good way, because it's, if you're feeling something, you want to say something about somebody's, let's say it's a restaurant owner, and they want to do different clips about their food, about their, they have a new recipe that's coming up, and then in response, I might go to that restaurant and actually eat that food. So what a great way for me to post my video talking about it, say, hey, that 45 seconds that I actually, this food is really good. Or even sharing recipes.
Absolutely. And I think a great kind of leeway to kind of talking about Journey specifically is, a lot of people have Snapchat, and it definitely has video as well. But the main differentiating points, the reason why we're so different is that we're 100% video content. On Snapchat, I don't know if you have it, but it's somewhat difficult.
I did. I was going crazy. So
It's so tough. I mean, I have my Snapchat story, and I have like hundreds of friends that have a bunch of stuff going on, and I end up tapping through their whole story because there's so much noise, And in a world that has so much content and so much noise already, it's just like, why do we have to add more noise? So Journey's way more topical. Think, Pinterest for video. It's very organized in a sense that you can consume the content that you want based on how you feel. I talk about how you feel a lot because we do have an emotional aspect to Journey. Users tell us how they feel, and we also know how our users feel, so we can begin to recommend content. I mean, imagine a pregnant mother going through pregnancy and is feeling surprised about what she's going through. On Journey, she can visually connect to other mothers that are going through the same things. So there's video comments, there's video discussions.
So how does that work? Is there like different groups? I know you talked about this when you came to our meeting. Let's say politicians or pregnant women or restaurants, So you have like a kind of like LinkedIn, like who you want to follow?
Yeah, essentially. So it's somewhat like Netflix. Do you have Netflix? Yeah. So sometimes you watch a film and it has to do with, say, Jim Carrey and comedy. After you watch like 2 or 3 Jim Carrey comedy movies, Netflix
and then there's a selection
begins to recommend content. This is the direction we're gonna head with real life experiences. I'm a soccer player on the part-time, and I want to sometimes be able to consume videos of other people in the world that are playing soccer and that are doing similar things. And on Journey,
so soccer fans, as you watch more soccer, then soccer fans, they keep popping up to you. So these are suggestions because you're. I get it.
It's very like searchable. I can search for happy sport and find all these amazing sports journals about people being happy. And we also have really interesting use cases. There's a gentleman on our platform that has a topic by the name of the real van life. And he essentially, it's 45-second clips every single day of him and his wife living outside of or inside of their van, traveling the world. So it's really, really interesting. And they kind of highlight, you know, how they wash their clothes and what they do. And it's things you don't normally see on other platforms.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I'm going to follow you, dude. Okay.
Yeah. And so a lot of different unique stories that are kind of
real
driven.
stories.
Real stories, yeah.
But short stories.
Short
so
stories,
because
yeah.
I realize one thing, that people's attention span is so short. They're not.
Right.
I'm so surprised. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, because even some of my clips get over 15,000-16,000 in like 3-4 days. I'm like, people actually sit down.
Yeah.
You guys must like me or something.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But thank you. But people's attention span is so short that if you don't get their attention in that first, let's say 10 seconds,
Right.
then they're not going
Right.
to they're not going to watch the rest of it. So 45 seconds is perfect. And
Right.
then, of course, if you're a soccer fan or if you're a football fan, basketball fan, whatever that might be, it could be sports, it could be dance, Dancing
Yeah.
with Stars, or
Yeah.
whatever it could be.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're following, but you don't know probably, I'm just assuming this.
Sure.
Let's say I'm following Dancing with the Stars here in
Sure.
US, but if it's like Netflix, then what happens that if there's Dancing with the Stars in Australia or in Spain or in Germany, wherever it is,
Right.
if those people are putting it, those
There's categories,
suggestions
right,
would
and
pop up.
Suggestions, correct. And we always try to think about the big picture and how, like, a brand like Nike, if they were to come onto Journey, how would they promote their brand and so on? And this is applicable to other brands and businesses as well. And the way it's done is, instead of having multiple accounts that Nike has on Instagram, there's like Nike basketball, Nike soccer,
Right,
Nike this,
right.
Nike that. Journey is just one Nike page, and there's different categories. So there's football, there's soccer, there's
Right.
baseball, there's tennis, and then these video journals will fall under the categories. So
Right.
very organized. We talk about these nonprofits that are using Journey to like tell their story.
Right.
Well, they can talk about different topics of interest. We have some representatives from Hillary Clinton's campaign that are using
okay.
Journey to journal about different topics that are very interesting in the world right now, like immigration and
Right, right.
the refugee crisis
Right.
and women empowerment and things
Right.
of that sort. So
And
it's
I
cool.
hope you guys registered. There's only a few more days left, 23rd,
Right, right.
And there you go. This would be perfect for politicians. And one of the things is that I was really touched, because when Hillary Clinton was here in Bay Area and they went live, and she was at an event and talking about children and schools and early child development, and how she's planning on helping with that aspect and stuff. So I went under there and I wrote my comment, and within I should say 2 hours, I had probably over 1,000 like on my comments. But I was hoping to see and know that who is involved there.
Right.
Now, if Journey was part of their platform, then I would have
Yeah.
seen that who's actually
Right.
I'm sure Hillary Clinton herself didn't go like my comment, but but at least sometimes when you're talking with the politician, or it could be, I don't know, movie stars or whatever, but
right.
if it's not a video, then it's not them. So don't get too
Right.
excited.
And
Yeah.
this is a great point. I mean, video content is the future. If
Right.
you notice, we started with a lot of like text
Right.
platforms. We
Yes.
type your content.
Well,
then
we kind of, you were not
Yeah.
born, but we were kind of with pager.
pager, paper, all that stuff.
I got a page. All right. Okay.
So we moved from text to like the Instagram photo
Mm.
stuff, and then we moved towards video, and now I think the future is going to head towards virtual reality,
Right.
being able to actually live someone else's experiences
Right.
through your mobile devices. I mean, it's like very powerful stuff.
Right,
A company that does 3D video
Right.
news just got bought out by Huffington for several $million, and
Right.
they literally just provide news in 360 video format. But
Right.
imagine how powerful that is to put on the goggles or kind of lift your phone and
Right.
be able to live the experience of people that are in Syria and that are in this crisis,
Right,
or
right.
people that are in war-torn countries going
Right,
through stuff, or
right.
even in America. Like there's so many different scenarios in America
Right.
that going through 360 video virtual reality experiences with them and being able to kind of put our emotions in a different place
Right.
makes us feel a little bit different, makes
Right,
us,
of course.
think a little bit different.
Just well, the thing is just
Yeah.
being in somebody's shoe for even
Right.
that 30 or 40 seconds of your life is just, of course it's human nature. When
Right.
you are in different situations, you react different to
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And for your followers or your friends, whoever they might be, they want to see real stuff. I think
do.
people are really tired of fake.
I agree.
There people are so, and I had on the way here, I was talking with a girlfriend of mine. I said, nobody has time in today's world for fake stuff.
Yeah,
There's so many people that are cheat on their daily life,
Right.
not cheating on personal, but cheating themselves, cheating
yeah.
with their feelings, cheating with
Absolutely.
their, whatever choices. So that's why probably video, it's, Journey is a good way of
you.
just seeing people's emotions,
Right,
what
right.
they're saying, is it real or are they just, okay, so this is funny. My sister posted something and then I liked it and I moved it forward. Then she called me later. She goes, what do you think of it? I said, think of what? She goes, what I posted it. I said, what'd you post it? She goes, you liked it. I said, oh, I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't really open the,
Right.
see? So
Right.
those are some of the things that sometimes I get a lot of likes on my, whatever I post, could it be my picture or whatever. But sometimes I really like it when I see a comment because, yes, I post my pictures because unless a lot of people don't see my picture, they're not going to read what I wrote,
Right.
my point. So
Right.
if it's just the writing, you don't get as much attention
Oh,
as
yeah.
you get if it's not with the
Oh, yeah.
picture. And I hate to say it, if it's a
Right.
pretty girl,
Yeah.
then you're just gonna get more like. It is what it is.
Right,
But then if there's a video, I would love to see what people
Right,
think of.
right.
I want to see their facial impression. I want to see their wording. I want to hear what they think.
Right, absolutely. And this is such a good point, Olive, because I think a lot of marketing as well. So beyond just Journey for your own businesses, I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that the way we market to people is also
Right.
different. A lot of people think about like marketing as this traditional like billboard type
Right,
stuff.
right.
But if in reality I pulled out the metrics of how many people actually go and buy your product or service after seeing a billboard, it's very, very little. So what we need to do as entrepreneurs and business
Right.
people is like really adapt towards the times.
Right.
So if it's using Journey to promote your business, using Snapchat, using Facebook, Twitter, like you do, I think it's very impactful. And now even on social media, text is kind of going away. Photo is still there, but the future of content is all in video. It's
Right.
all in interactive.
Right.
And you guys should start now. You should really talk about, making your business awareness on social media
Right.
video driven. And that's the way it
And
is.
the good thing about Journey
Right.
is, again, it is free. And the other good thing about it is that, don't get me wrong, I love Facebook, but it's getting expensive. There's a lot of things that you want to promote, and they're asking, you need to pay for a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And with
Yeah.
Journey, it's maybe it'll change later. Who knows?
You never know.
But while you're at it, take advantage of it.
Right.
So go ahead and tell our viewers,
Sure.
how could they find Journey? Where
Right,
can they find
right.
it?
So pretty simple. If you have an iPhone, you can go to the App Store and search JURNI. The spelling is a little bit different than
Right,
the word Journey,
right.
but it's all fun.
Right, right.
So JURNI, and I think we're probably the only one in the App Store with that spelling. So download it. That's the easiest way. Secondly, going to www.jurni.me, journey.me, would also be another route.
Right.
Also, for the viewers and listeners, one thing to note is we are iPhone only for now, but we do have plans very, very soon in the next several months to pivot to a place where we are on Android and we can get on other platforms.
Right.
But if you have an iPad, iPod, iPhone, Journey can be downloaded and you can use it, and you can connect authentically with people. So.
As they say, your journey is my journey.
Absolutely.
So let me follow your journey. So guess what I'm doing right after the show today? I am downloading Journey, and I'm going to be looking for you on Journey. Again, it would be a great way to promote your businesses, or even you're the kind of person like me. You like to be you want to be a good person. You want to be the right person. You want to do the right thing, but you want people to see your facial impressions. You know, it's just the new thing. You know, we did really good with social media. We did good with Facebook. Let's get Journey.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
so much. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week.
It was good tea, by the way.
Lights, cameras, action, go!